If you want to raise native chickens commercially, there are some management practices you have to apply. You cannot just do what our fathers used to do in the villages when they raise native chicken without even feeding the chicken or controlling their mating or their crossbreeding. There's a lot of inbreeding in native chicken the way they are raised in the villages, and that contributes to the poor performance of most of those village raised native chicken. But if you want to do it commercially, you have to apply simple management processes. And let me explain one of them. The first one has to do with protecting the infant. Almost every animal out there predates on the chicken. They all predate on the chicken, including hawks, birds, rats, cats, dogs, snakes, whatever. They all feed on the chicken. And so you must provide a shelter for your chicken. There are a number of things the chicken demands from you, because in return, the chicken will give you quality meat, to give you money, to give you manure, to give you eggs. It will also fertilize your soil. But for it to do that effectively for you, you have to provide some things, which include accommodation and protection from the elements. You have to provide feed, and you have to provide clean water. When you provide these things, the chicken will be optimal for you, including the native chicken. One of the misconceptions people believe is that the African native chicken does not perform well. But that nothing can be further from the truth. When you raise the African native chicken in a very good management system, you'll be surprised by its productivity. If you have a hen that is laying eggs, make sure it lays eggs in a comfortable place. Chicken prefer a dark and cool place to lay their eggs. You want to protect those eggs from snakes. You want to protect those eggs from rats. Those things can predate on the eggs. When the hen is there after 21 days, she will hatch the eggs, and then you want to isolate them from even other chicken. You have a separate place where you put them so that the hen can move around but still tend to the kids, and the chicks cannot come out of that location. It's important you isolate them from other chicks, because other chicken can be aggressive to baby chicks sometimes. And when you do that, you isolate the hen with the chicks away from other ones. You give them good quality food. Baby chicks require high protein diet when they are hatched. Very high protein diet. After they are hatched from the egg, about 24 hours later, they will feel hungry. And then you give them quality, high protein rich diet. You can start with commercial starter feed and give them. But if you have crayfish or fish or even eggs, boiled eggs, you take those, you grind them and mix them with their feed. High protein food is what they require very early in life. If you give them, it builds their immune system, makes them strong. The next thing is you give them clean water, the kind of water that you can drink. Almost 3 times a day, you change that water, because they must have soiled it with some stains and debris. You change the water and you put in clean water. And while they are still young, sometimes they eat sand, they eat wood, they don't know what food is. So what you need to do is to add liquid paraffin, a few drops of liquid paraffin in their water. That helps in their digestion. So when they have eaten wood or sand or stone or whatever they've eaten, it helps them to pass it out cleanly. You don't want it to congest in their rectum. These are management practices you have to apply to protect the chicks, because when you're commercially raising native chicken, your money is in the chicks. That's where you make your money, because the more chicks you have, the more chicken you're going to have in the future, and the more eggs you're going to have, the more inventory you're going to have. So you have to protect the chicks. Liquid paraffin in water will help them with the digestion, will help easy passage of some blockages in their rectum. If you don't have liquid paraffin, I have used groundnut oil in the past. Just a few drops of groundnut oil. It will help also in the digestion. it might be time to give them some organic antibiotics. For me, what I use is bitter leaf. You want to wash bitter leaf and give them as water. Wash bitter leaf water and give them. The mother, the hen, will eat the bitter leaf itself, and the water, the chicks can drink it. And you'll be surprised, it helps boost their immunity early in life. So these are the management practices you're going to apply. You give them very rich, proteinous food. First of all, protect them from the elements. Give them rich, proteinous food, and then give them liquid paraffin to help in the digestion. When you do that, after about 2 weeks that the chicks have stayed with the hen, you separate the chicks from the hen. After about 2 to 3 weeks, you separate the mother from the chicks. Because if you keep the mother to raise the chicks, the mother will not go and lay other eggs for you. As long as the mother is taking care of baby chicks, she will not lay. But once you separate, after 3 weeks, you separate the chicks. Usually I separate after 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, you separate the chicks and put them in a brooder. Provide heat for them, provide food and clean water for them. The mother, after 1 or 2 weeks, she's ready to start laying again. If you do this properly, your birds can lay about 4, 5, even 6 times a year for you, depending on how you manage it. So African birds are very prolific. It's just African management processes that needs to improve. Okay, so that's it, guys. See you guys in my next video, and I want to thank those who have subscribed to my channel. I've seen an increase in my subscription. Thank you, guys. And for those who have not subscribed, just click on the subscription button and the bell button so that you'll be notified whenever I post a video. And I'll see you guys in my next video.